from the MX02 to the MX02 rack are, we've really beefed up the audio. And, on the MX02, we talked about the 5.1 surround sound monitoring. Here we're looking at a 7.1 surround sound monitoring with all balanced audio. The ASCBU went from 2 in, 2 out to 4 in, 4 out. And we also have Genlock loop through feature that is very important in broadcast chain. We didn't stop there. We continued to listen, and obviously we started striking a chord in the mobile editing market. The MacBook Pro, like it or not, is becoming very much entrenched in this editing space. And we really were quite successful targeting the top mid-level of that creative professional space. What we also saw was the ability to go after the event videographers, those that were looking for affordable HDMI and analog I/O. So we created the MX02 Mini. And if we take a look at this Mini, it's ideal for wedding and event videographers and hobbyists. It is for Mac and PC. It's working right now for Mac and PC and comes with both drivers when you buy it. One of the things that we took a look at is what is the needs really of this market. And just like anybody else, the professional HDMI monitoring is key. And it's not enough just to say that you're driving an HDMI monitor. We had to really pay attention to this one feature, and we'll talk about how I stand out because of this. Most of these creative professionals in this space have AVC HD cameras, very popular camera for this space. So one thing that you quickly realize once you're shooting AVC HD is that, yeah, it's a great capturing format, but for editing it's brutal, and we need to address that. Also, a lot of the creative professionals in this space are starting to slowly produce HD material or projects, but they're still very much producing SD. So there's a transition period there, and you need a technology to bridge that gap. And finally, connecting to a unit that can connect to laptop and desktop. In this space, once again, one of the common trends is that same-day edits, the mobility, portability is becoming very, very much part of their competitiveness. An event videographer that can actually give you that shot of the event quicker so that the guests or the party can actually start enjoying the material quicker becomes one of the selling features and makes you stand apart. So the fact that you can actually use a unit, whether it be on a laptop or desktop, was also something that they're looking for. So our response was with the MX02 Mini. And again, in the editing process, the input and output, these are units that definitely meet the needs. If you take a look at what we have on this box, both HD and SD component input and output, HDMI in and out, analog YC composite inputs, outputs, your audio monitoring, and you also have 8 tracks of embedded audio in and out of this unit. So versatile I/O, you got all the inputs and outputs you need in this market space, in this very lightweight portable unit. As I said, obviously it works with a desktop, so whether it be your PC Tower or your Mac Pro, through the Express PCI Express card that comes with the MX02 Mini, you're able to connect to it. But that, you're at this point you're probably wondering that, yeah, you've heard of products out there that give you HDMI input, output, analog input, output. What's so special about the Mini? Well, the Mini is the best in class because it's the only unit that actually can connect to your MacBook Pro or your laptop. There's no I/O card on the market that has these features that you can actually stick into a laptop, and that's the key. We're not ignoring this growing trend in the market, and the Mini is the only way to do that today. So for that reason, it's the best in class. The other reason why it's the best in class, it's the only product in its class with a dedicated hardware scaler. The same 10-bit hardware scaler that I talked about on the MX02 is available to you on the MX02 Mini. for up, down, and cross conversion. So you have the ability to down convert your HD material if today you're shooting everything in HD and delivering SD material, or vice versa. Right, with the hardware scaler, you don't have to tax your CPU to do that. If you're shooting everything in 720p but your customer needs in 1080i, you're able to basically conform to those clients' needs with the hardware scaler. And unlike, just to top off on the scaler, it is a truly hardware scaler, unlike other solutions on the market, which basically are software, meaning they take CPU cycles. And it's counterintuitive. You bought the unit for its horsepower for editing. Um, doesn't make much sense taxing your CPU to do tasks that are mundane. So the other reasons why it stands out, it's the only product in its class with 3-year warranty. Matrox has sold a lot of units in the past. You might have noticed with the RTX 100 into this space, and we've done that very successfully. We know that this market is made up of customers that make money with these tools and have businesses around these tools. So we stand behind our Matrox quality. We've been in this business for over 36 years, and we stand behind the fact that the customers are using our number one creative professionals who don't want the technology to get in their way. So we offer a 3-year warranty with free hardware and phone support. This is something that is not seen in this level of product. Okay. The MX-02 Mini, just to recap why it stands out, the HDMI calibration. Now I talked to you about this being a need, but it's not enough just to drive a monitor. What we give you that's unique is the calibration utilities that you can actually adjust the hue, saturation, but not only that, you also have the blue only control. So you can really trust the colors that are coming out and making sure that the super white, super black levels are met, so that you know what you're delivering to your client is exactly what you saw during the editing process. Okay. The fact that it works with laptop and desktop, that alone makes it, stand out. Simplifies the AVC HD editing. This is something I didn't talk about, but equally important. On the PC side of things, um, you, if you're editing on a PC, once you shot your AVC HD footage, if you put that on your timeline, other than playing that timeline out of Adobe Premiere or any other application, not much editing can happen. So you need to basically put that into an intermediate codec. What we do is we offer you, with the MX-02 Mini, an intermediate codec, Matrox Supreme HD iframe MPEG-2 codec for free. So that before you start your editing process, you take your AVC HD material and you transcode it into the MPEG-2 HD iframe codec that I'm providing in real time. Okay. Obviously on a Mac you have ProRes, and that is available as an intermediate codec. We also have that 10-bit hardware scaler we talked about. It does HD and SD playout at the same time for workflows where you need to maybe monitor your HD material and at the same time output it to a DVD for your dailies. The fact that we have 8 tracks of embedded audio out, in and out is key. And again, the 3-year warranty just makes us stand out because of the fact that at this level you're getting a quality product that we stand behind. Okay. Now, the unique features makes it stand out, but the price as well. The $449 price point is something that is being well embraced, and it's available right now, both Mac and PC. So, what else? We talked about the editing process having 4 quadrants: input, editing, output, and monitoring. So on the input and output, I hope I gave you a good overview of the devices we are offering the market, depending on where you are and what your needs are. I think we pretty much cover the gamut there. What we, as a hardware manufacturer, also pride ourselves in is making sure that we know that what your pain points are and what else we can do as a hardware manufacturer to fill those pain